Yes.
And he stood up. He stood up in the middle of the game, and he just said, and he said it. He announced it. No more blocks.
No way.
Everybody plays ground defense. No more blocks. And you see the other team go like, and needless to say, after that, 50 to 60% of their hits either went into the net or out, because they're all swinging way too hard to bounce balls, and we won.
Dude, there's nothing in the world like digging someone's best shot
And putting pressure on them to do more. And when they try to do more, you kind of got them. You know? It's really about grounded skill set. You can like out technique people to death. I played for a team called Balmeso at Nationals, men's open, all Dominican team, right? Yeah. Well, we won 04 and 05 2 years in a row. Only lost one set, and we didn't have a tall team. We just had, it was a good team, man. Yeah. Then I had a tall team from Poland, Paul M, 1996 one that one. I'm a setter, so it's great, like blocking, right? And then the middle, like I'm blocking like this, and then the middle reaches over to make sure the guy doesn't go line over. I'm like, okay, I got big guys. I got sound. I sound alright. I dumped the Yankee hat today for a little aloha spirit, baby. This is real volleyball leather. This is made from a leather volleyball, so I had to check it out. I had to show y'all what's up. Okay, Jason DeBeas. Might have sang a little karaoke last night, but my voice sounds just fine. Today we got Hemolele, Hawaii Volleyball Academy against Hawaii Next Level 15's. 15's coming fresh off of their win, beating their counterpart, the 16's, in 3 sets. Went 15-13, third set, and here we go, more of the same. And as day 3 comes, the competition becomes more heightened, okay? Strictly for linemen, not for freshmen. So it is going to be fast. It is going to be furious. No substitution, no excuses. Made a better team win. So I can operate this on a 3-camera set. Yeah. But since I'm like by myself, that's perfect. Let me just do the back shot. Yeah. But next time I come, I have like this is a 4-camera switcher. I get volunteers. We can make this look
Legit.
Yeah.
It's legit enough right now, man.
Honestly, from where you and me are sitting, this is like our shot.
Yeah.
I call it the coach's shot. Yes, I played in Darmstadt, Germany. I'm from New York.
Yeah, I figured
I fell in love with this girl that played, and so I bought a book, the ABC of the handbook, with my Doug Bill, and I taught myself how to play. 3 years later, I'm balling for real. The Army helped too. When I joined the military, I played for the military.
Thanks for your service.
Yeah. A lot of Samoans, of course, a lot of Romanians. Right? I'm living on volleyball team. Oh my goodness. At this point, I don't even need rosters. I have familiarized myself with these two teams to a point where I have emotional investment. And though I am not cheering for either team, the real winner is me. Thank you for having me in your living room. Thank you for having me in your lives. Jason DeBelius, this is NY Varsity Sports. I'm at the Hawaiian Convention Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. And I don't know what you AVP guys are doing and what you guys are doing in Hermosa Beach. I just want you to behave yourselves until I come back, all right? I'm here and I'm doing fun things with talented young ladies, and be on your best behavior, okay? Mind your manners in Hermosa Beach, California. For my New York people, welcome. For my NOLA people, New Orleans, welcome. Mad love for y'all. ATX Austin, ATX Dallas, Seidel Beach Volleyball. North Carolina, Myrtle Beach, Palm Beach, Florida. I got love for all today, people. I got a camera shot here too. What is that all about? No, we don't want that one though. It's actually a smoother res. Oddly enough, I might change cameras between these matches. Only problem is it doesn't get the entire shot. This one gets the entire shot. Coach's perspective. The team in pink, that is HVA Hemolele. Watch out for Hateza Sopaga, number 3. She's really good. Dynamics, got a really good cutback on a tempo set in the middle. Of course, Harley Rose God, number 8. What's up, man? How's it look? Yeah. Of course, on the 15's, Taj Davison. She's not. I don't think she's on the court now, but she's a terrific server, and they run a 6-2. She's a setter. Emma Doherty, the other setter. Emma Amaral Boyd is an absolute beast in the middle. She's not on the court right now. She's, I believe, starting at position 6. The libero in for her. That's Erin Lee. And Max Schilling, number 24, front left. Look out. That ball served into the net, and that's how we're going to start. Point Hemolele. In fact, I think I'd like to switch colors. They don't have pink. They have something called magenta. All right. I think that works close enough to their color. Why don't they just have pink? What the heck is magenta? For whoever made this out here, a little tutorial about men, okay? Men only see 16 colors. It's like a Windows default setting. Peach to us is a fruit. It's not a color. Sorry, Hemolele, I'm going to switch colors. There we go. That's better. 3-1. Hemolele to serve. That's number 12. That's Kahayu Saurus. Back set. Shot to the middle. Wow, there's a high 2. And Michaela Chun left balloons that ball out of bounds. What's up, man? Good to see you, J.O. Yeah, I'm so glad you're joining me. Hey, guys, special treat for you. This is Jason Olive, J.O., one of the guys that made this happen, and a little aloha spirit.
Had to step up to the booth here. Things are heating up, huh?
Yes. It's good to have someone to punt the analyticals here. I mean, me, an expert, pshaw.
There's some nice looking arm swings.
Yes,
this
there
morning on main court.
Yeah, I'll bring your attention to some of these fantastic players. And by the way, I don't hardly even need a roster anymore. You get to know them. You're emotionally invested as the score is tied. Ball's dug, going on the right side, free ball situation. On the attack, looking for 4. Wow, what a nice high swing. And that's God on the left side. Got it.
Nice, wrist away.
So coach did the magenta switch to try to match their colors. They don't actually have pink.
You are an artiste.
Yeah. I was explaining to everybody at home that men only see 16 colors. It's like a Windows default setting. Peach is a fruit, okay? It's not a color. We have no idea what mauve is.
Good, sir.
Right side swing. Nice recovery by God. And free ball situation on the attack. HNL. They go middle again, and this time throwing it down is, oh my goodness, remember the name. It's actually over here. That's Emerald Boyd. Thank you. I'll move this out of the way like that. So, Jo, it's been an absolutely fun tournament, and we come down to this day as we separate some of the better players from the other.
Cream is rising.
Yes, to the top. Well said.
Been watching Emerald Boyd throughout the tournament. Really fun young player to watch. Good size, quick arm swing.
Yeah. Big smile on her face all the time. She plays better when she keeps the mood light from a mental perspective. And, oh, that was the right move, but, oh, that's 3 hits. Played it beautifully. Snuck it through, and that's to no avail. But that's a great heads-up play. That was first contact. She had 2 more contacts after that, Jay.
Great help on both sides of the net so far. Some great little help plays, covering your player, cleaning up the mistakes, turning bad to good, good to great.
Serve out of the middle, position 6, and there's the cutback. Doug, will they go pipe? Yes, they do. All right, that ball's dug. Will they go outside? No, they've been feeding the middle. She's getting it all day right now. Right side, tip. Going outside. That's Painter. Painter gets dug. Will they go to God? God gets the yahoos.
Big swing.
Hemolele with a 1-point lead. God on the set. Number 50 to serve. She is kind of the catalyst emotionally. She's the one that likes to whoop it up.
Like God being really aggressive against that big block. No fear.
Logan Garrett is the server. They're also running a 6-2. She's going to be setting after this. Very good right side defense out of the base and off the shift switch, or what we call rotation defense.
Good pass.
Oh, shot down the middle. Once again, that is her what? 7th attempt? Pretty good numbers. I would say she's 4 for 7 right now. That's Emma. Remember the name.
I think that was Alyssa Painter, I believe, who took that pass, kept it off her hip. That was nice.
Oh, that ball goes backwards, and sometimes if your hands aren't firm, draws the worst case scenario.
Yeah, whenever you're passing with their hands, players got to get their elbows a little closer together, keep the hands a little bit more behind the ball. The elbows get wide, the fingers get weak.
Emma to serve. Jill Nabalana, front row right now, and it is now 8-6. Got caught looking down, Coach. I totally missed that. Okay. Nabalana's back in. Front row, middle. Wow, that's got a little bit of movement on it. Set out of the middle. Wow. Self-cover. Looking for 9.
Good swing. Good aggressive swing out of Painter.
That ball is in.
HNL has shown well at all age divisions this weekend.
Yeah. Also, fresh off their win, this is the 15's. Beat the 16's. My last match of the day, or second to last match. Didn't know there was a men's match after that. A boys match, Jay.
Boys have been fun to watch. Nice pancake. Almost had her IHOP discount there. IHOP been giving discounts. Every pancake for pancakes. Every pancake dig. IHOP Honolulu has been giving free breakfasts.
Well, unfortunately for Libera Evan Lee, that was a Belgian waffle, not a pancake. Caught with the serve. Oh, there's a net violation, and who bit? Most of the time you see the net shake like that on the swing, it's the offensive player. And back.
Can we talk about the royalty on the referee stand right now? Deanna Schneier, one of the best refs in the country.
Yes, to be continued after this play. We're going to give her in-between play shine on this end. Wow, right into our living room. Look at that. No, so Deanna Shiner is what we would call a real one. she has the philosophy, if you don't know if I'm up there, I'm doing my job. Nobody ever wants to leave a game remembering a referee's name. And because of that, we remember her by name because of her professionalism, her courtesy, her niceness, and the contribution to the sport of volleyball.
One of the best rising refs in the country and the world. Does a lot of international games as well.
I think what I'm trying to say is, as this ball is recovered outside, going to
Good swing.
Painter.
Good ball.
Oh my
Way to
goodness,
keep that one alive.
That's a chuck, and that's kind of good call again, right on cue by the top ref, Deanna Shiner.
Hemolele, they did a good job keeping that one alive. That was a lot of pace on that swing by HNL.
Amen. That's a Teza Topaga to serve. She's an undersized middle, but she's got an absolutely nasty cutback on her crossbody line. Something the block has to respect as we go back outside, and that's straight to the middle. They're going to go to. They go to Painter. Look out.
GT.
2 attempts on the camera. 0 for 2, baby. Here we go.
Hawaii Volleyball Academy doing a good job defensively. Some big swings for HNL. Keep pounding at the wall.
Absolutely. I think what I was saying about Deanna before was, can you come on the podcast?
She'd be a great guest.
All of that praise.
She'd be a great guest.
Yeah.
Does a lot of beach. Does beach national championships.
Yep.
FIVB.
And she can answer a lot of tough questions. Right now, all of the podcasts, effective 10 episodes ago, are all live. There are no delayed. So she can take a lot of live questions about hands, the changes in hands and all of the politicking behind that. And you get a very honest and genuine answer from her.
Yeah, we took our teams to watch a really great national team match against Turkey. And she was line judging that one. That was a great match.
I got to check that out. Yeah, previously, guys, on the podcast, I also had referee Matt Laveau, and I also had Troy Gravitt, one of the younger. Deanna's leading the generation of new competent referees, and
that was a great episode you had.
Yeah.
That was really educational.
Yep, and they answered tough questions. They stood tall and answered live questions. And when I say not just from coaches, they answered from a site called Old School Volleyball, who are like the biggest haters in the world. They took it from everyone, and I say good for them.
HNL up 13-10 here, the midpoint.
Thank you for that. I'll make that administrative change. Lead a serve. Okay pass by God. Going on the outside, that's Ekakela. Gets dug. This is Schilling. Oh, self-cover. No question that there was a touch on that. They go middle. Michaela chuns one down the line. Wow.
I'm impressed with Amaral Boyd. Not only does she put up a nice block, but she makes really smart decisions in terms of when not to block.
Yeah.
Pulling, watching, active front row defense, which I know you're big on.
Absolutely. The old saying is you can't teach height, but there are some things that come with the package of this young lady that's going to make her an absolute rock star at whatever level she desires to play.
Intelligent player, high IQ.
Yep. All right, now look at her identifying the setter, checking out the offensive package of Hemolele. Amia Thompson to serve, and that is a good one. That is an ace. Wow. That thing dropped in a hurry, Coach.
Yeah, again, just been impressed with overall level of play by HNL at all age groups. They do the little things well.
Amelia Thompson to serve again, and this time she changes up a little bit, and that's not the best pass in the world, but serves its purpose. But 2 points in a row, and there might be a conversation on whether they want a timeout. And I wonder if she can hear us from here, Coach. And because right on cue,
wise choice.
Because right on cue, timeout. So Jay, I wanted to talk a little bit about last night's match. You had HNL versus HNL, a little HNL versus HNL Prime, right? The 16's were undefeated. the 15s were undefeated, and of course the rubber met the road where they had to play their counterparts. So it felt like an exotic exhibition, but they're part of the same club. But the crowd, the comment section, and the turnout actually on the live stream, as well as the people showing up, was really, really great. The dramatic conclusion was 13-13, where the 15s pulled it out. But again, I had this conversation about timeouts and grinding it out. In the entire tournament, they've only called a total. Both teams have called a total of one timeout.
Is that right?
The entire tournament. Both teams have called a total of one timeout.
That's grinding on another level, isn't it?
Sorry to give you a chance to say anything about that. You're like, okay, you said it all.
Yeah, a little speechless, honestly.
Deanna sees the 4 contacts, and something else I like about Deanna and some of the other refs, they have this old rule: if you don't see it, don't say it. You don't want a referee up there guessing.
Can't call what you don't see.
But don't you respect the honesty a little bit better than making the wrong call?
Keeps things much more uniform.
Out of the middle, Michaela. There's the cutback, gets dug. Transition.
Good swing from the right side.
Absolutely. They go to Ekalela.
Not easy angle.
Ekalela gets dug. Down ball situation, free ball situation, and man, that's a great spot at deep position 5. Gold. There's a luff balloon out of bounds, and now the score is 17-12.
Hands there, just missed. Good idea.
I believe the scoreboard gave the wrong team. Oh, no, that was the correct team. Yeah, 18-11. Wow, pulling away is HNL. And a Kapawa, we see you in the comment section. Welcome back. The comment section has been diligent in helping me with pronunciations, and I think they're all getting a laugh.
It's all a learning process.
I think they're all sharing a laugh. They're like, oh boy. Yep, of course. The land boy or whatever, I don't know. You know what I told him? I said, I'll make a deal. If you ever wind up in Brooklyn and Bay Ridge, I'll help you with the last names there
you go.
too. Okay.
Exactly.
Then again, if you live here, oh wow, nice contact, but an even better touch block.
Soft touch, yeah, nice soft block there. Just couldn't convert.
And that's been Hemolele. That's kind of been their jam. They're not a stuff block team. They get redirect touches. They pop the ball straight up in the air, play it like a de facto free ball, and there it is.
Yeah, and I think that's what I noticed on the climb up here in the booth with you. Is just notice a lot of great help plays. The movement away from the ball to help by both teams is very nice.
So with a serve, and look who wins the joust.
Forces it through. Sopoaga.
Yep. And Emma was like, man, how do I be second on that when I'm like, when I have a significant size advantage?
Right, a bit taller.
Right, as coaches, we always say when it comes to the joust is be second, unless, like you said, you got the height to just be first.
Yeah, and that's a saying that I'm not 100% on board with.
No, because if you got the reach, go first, right?
Well,
guard on the swing, that's inseam, and that's beautiful.
Nice vision there.
Yeah. I mean, if everybody took the elevator to the same penthouse you did when you played collegiately, I think they would share your psychology.
Well, if I can touch the ball first and, wipe it quickly or just move the ball away from.
Oh, there's a dig by Painter, and ooh, yep, she's going to call a double.
Yeah, you talked about that a little bit yesterday. There might be you're talking about the NCAA, you can double the second ball, but you can't double the third.
And also, you can't double the second ball over. So
Correct.
that was a legitimate call, or a great competent call by one of the best in the business. No, I think the coach is arguing first contact, and that wasn't first contact. Deanna's like, I think Deanna's saying, what do you call that dig at position 5?
Yeah. Yeah, this will be interesting.
Yeah.
But going back to, in a 50-50 situation, whether you're taking the ball first or taking the ball second, it's like any other part of the game. You oftentimes you want to mix it up. You don't want to keep doing the same thing over and over. If you end up in that situation a couple times, you might try to be first, you might try to be second, depending on what's happening. But a lot of times being first, you can find a little chip or a little brush off the block.
Sorry. I'm going neutral on your volume because I want you to have more voice that the audience can hear. You are speaking high level stuff for me. 2014. Oh, they did get the ball. Okay, we'll figure that out later. Oh, there's a cover, and sometimes you look after your sister instead of trying to do a stunt double dive.
Yeah. You might need your libero later. You don't want to squash her in game 1.
I got another one.
Reminds me, got to play with the great libero, Rich Lamborn, a little bit. Oh, boy, is he fun to play with.
He was a super athlete, too.
Or he, first games I ever played with him, we were playing the 6-man, and, ball came over, it took the first touch. He goes, I got that. Second ball came over, took it. He goes, hey, man, I got that. Third one, he just punched me in the chest and said, I got that.
No.
I never took another one.
No. I mean, I'm sure a punch from him was like the 5-point exploding heart technique.
The boy works out. He works out. He works out a little bit.
Yeah, and a former baseball player, right? Like
former baseball player. Started volleyball late, but he attributed his ability to move with tracking ground balls as a shortstop.
I mean, depending on the level, the ball must be moving ridiculously fast. And once again, timing. Isn't she a great IQ player? She knows she gets the touch blocks when she can. She gets the stuffs when she has to. And
well, that's an example of a smaller blocker, to your point, looking for the second touch, right? She's trying to block off that second touch. She's trying to reach over and meet the ball 50-50.
Free ball situation going to the middle, and that's the cutback I was talking about. If you're not paying attention to that, if you don't scout that out, it can catch you by surprise. Number 8 to serve. It's Goad. Kahayu in the front row, number 12. Kahayu.
Good swing.
Wow, that is number 6, Aliyah. Go ahead. Ilioa. I know you think it's
I would say Ilioa. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm looking at the handwriting here. But
that's a capital I. That's Iliola.
Yeah, showed angle there with her chest, and then ripped line with her arm swing. That was very nice. Misdirection there. But going back to the block, of course, a block is always going to be the second touch, but sometimes when you're smaller, you got to look for a little bit of delay on that to where you're going to get the soft block, or if that swing is a little softer, the ball's moving just an iota slower, you're going to get the actual block on it.
Absolutely. Taj Davis in the serve. She's one of the setters. Both teams running a 6-2. Okay, pass. A little bit shooty, but there's a down ball situation. Will they go back to the opposite? Yes, they do. And she's lefty, so tried to turn the lemon into lemonade. On 2, read pretty well. Back to our lefty. That's 42, just bopping off the clock. That is Kiara Lynn Mahalu. Davidson to serve again, this time for set point opportunity number 1.
Yeah, Hawaii Volleyball Academy having a little trouble in serve receive.
Back to zone 1, and boy, did she dip into the well too deep on that. But why not? 24-17?
I'd like to see him make him play and earn it there.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, clearly it hit the inside of her right hand. That's usually consistent with that kind of width. Up and down, pretty good pass. Going outside, that's 42. Lynn gets dug. Free ball situation.
Really like Davidson's hands.
Yeah, no doubt. Free ball. Yeah, nice soft touch on that set, huh?
Yeah, she's really solid. You could tell, a setter in development, but you can already see the raw material. We don't quite have the ring yet, but the gold is there.
Definitely. There's the pronunciation for us. She's back row, and she's below the net. They play on. Dig on the cross court. Go back to the right side, and Kiara Lynn secures the first set. Winners in pretty safe, a near convincing fashion, I would say. It's Hawaii Next Level 15s.
Yeah, sometimes, especially with setters, I've had the privilege over the last 4 or 5 years to work with Kamalo Makakau Whitaker. She's a director of our club and one of the great setters to come out of Hawaii from the Big Island. Played for Pio Pio, who's here with us this week competing. Actually, fun match was she was coaching against her father's team. So
You're gonna be
daughter versus father, and her father announced his retirement after that game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
this will be his last season coaching. Kamalo says it's because of her, but I'm not sure that's true.
I'm not sure either, but it is a great chance to pass the baton one generation to the next. So I thought timing was everything then, huh?
Yeah, her baby sister is on that team and doing well. And but yeah, I've been able to learn so much about the setting position. She set the HP team for 4 or 5 years. Some great hitters like Poulter and others on the teams that she was setting, and just had the opportunity to learn a lot more from the position through the eyes of a high class setter herself. Did her a lot of her club training under Kevin Wong at SAS. Right. She would fly from the Big Island to Oahu to train at SAS. So any player that complains about an hour drive to our practices gets pretty funny look.
Yeah, side eye.
But one thing that I've kind of picked up from her is the quality of the hands. There's oftentimes the quality of a young setter's hands are more advanced than their actual knowledge of how to deliver a set, and then of course your selection comes after that. Honing in your high level IQ of who you're setting when. But with Davidson, we could see really beautiful clay, if you will, in her hands. Really nice touch. You see that quintessential flick of the fingers, which I've always been really jealous of people when they have, because I never did.
Well, those are middle friendly sets, right? Yeah, because you don't want to throw off the timing of the middle by dishing it a little more or dipping too much into the deception well, because the touch we saw. That's a middle blocker's dream.
High release, when they have that dexterity, the flexibility leads to power, and it allows them to have a really high release, which it speeds the ball up to contact, particularly in the middle, and it becomes very difficult to read, especially once the young setters learn to flow backside with that. It becomes incredibly hard to read. I think the greatest I ever got to play against it was Chip McCaw.
Yeah.
Of all the setters, those were some great years of setters, including multi-time gold medalist Todd Rogers, Stein Metzger was part of that
all
group.
Great setters. Wow.
Lloyd Ball was part of that generation, that group. But I'm going to tell you, in terms of unreadability, Chip McCaw was second to none.
You know what's crazy? I think there are so many people that have better hands than Ball, but the guy who played the position of setter, Ball had matured immensely on the international scene.
Great leader, great court leader.
Go back to the second set, and it's a great conversation about setting, because sometimes being a former setter helps, but communication skills help. Kamalo, as you mentioned, Whitaker, an excellent communicator, right? Because people that play are never going to hurt your game. They're just levels of how much they can help, right? Can they help this much or that much? And she's fantastic. You're lucky to have her on your staff. By the way, as the score is 1-0, by the way, she's a great human being.
Great set. Another great set.
Nice. Quick 2-0 by HNL. Hawaii next level.
Nice IQ by Davidson there. Distance to the pin closed a little bit. She added a little height to that set to give her hitter time.
Erring to serve. That ball is they're coming for the hat, J.O.
We need to get you a ball screen, don't we?
Honestly, when the game starts, it's only one ball, so I'm okay. The warm-ups are the ones I enlist. I have 3 volunteers stand in front with their arms folded like security.
Oh, nice.
Oh, beautiful. And beating the
Shilling.
Yep. And also beating the base defense. A little credit card defense by Hemolele, right? Charging up. That American Express or Visa on that charge.
Nice elevation.
My favorite setter of all time is Mauricio Lima from Brazil.
Yeah.
Just talk about deception. Also left-handed, and yeah. He and Jeff Stork are a 1 and 1A, depending on the day.
Nice soft touch there on the block.
Oh, wow. Transition. Got a long rally here, people.
Great defensive rally.
Hey, way to open up, huh? By number 6.
Yeah, she's been doing really good at that.
And the comment section says Ilawa.
Ilawa.
Okay. Aaliyah Ilawa. Gotcha. Remember the name because she's getting a lot of activity and a lot of swings in this second set.
Well, she does a really good job on the right side of changing her body angle into the ball. We talked yesterday about hitters that do a good job of setting themselves up to swing, and she's doing a really nice job of that on the right side.
Yeah, her last 2 steps are key, right?
Yeah, the way she just shaved that ball made it really difficult on the defense. Ooh,
back row violation, and and again, I've been a little bit critical on the timeliness of the timeouts, but you don't want to get too far where the score is so skewed.
Yeah,
you're in the huddle. You're talking about Game of Thrones or Avengers Endgame. You're not talking about volleyball at that time, right? Yeah, but
you mentioned Jeff Stork as we continue a little focus on the setting position, but that was Kamalu's setting coach, Jeff Stork. Great lineage.
Yep. Hey, Pepperdine, right? Yeah, he and Stavertlik won in '86.
Yeah,
I think they ran a 6-2.
Northridge for many years.
Yep. Yeah, oh yeah, Jeff Stork, a longtime Northridge coach, also helped on the beach build their beach program. Yep. Yeah, Jeff Stork, I'd watched videos for 2 years to train to be a setter. I'd started my career as an outside hitter, and someone told me I should set, and he was the guy, build-wise, shoulders or whatever, that kind of looked like me. Of course, he was a little bigger, but as we go cross court, that ball's out of bounds. And I got a little starstruck too when I met him. Sure. And coming from a hater from New York like me, to be starstruck by someone was something I didn't realize I did until I left. I said, "What the heck is wrong with me?" Bob Stavertlik, of course. Nobody uses the block better than that guy, huh? His son Matthew played for Harvard. I actually saw Harvard play USC a couple of years ago, and one of his son went to the smart kid school.
The way that name rolls off the tongue, Stavertlik.
Yeah. She get paid by the consonant, right?
Great name.
I think Hawaiian should get paid by the vowel, and Stavertlik should get paid by the consonant.
You're gonna be broke, brother.
And everybody's happy.
Good swing out the right side again.
Man,
Ilawa.
Oh, I think she was over, but Deanna, I'm sure, saw it better than I did. And here's that cross court shot.
Little three, or a little loopy 3 in the middle.
And sometimes volleyball happens. That's just a great play, fast break.
Great dig again to the right side with Ilawa. She's really coming on here.
Yeah, she really is. Serve probably going to go to 5. Yes, it does.
Good pass on a good serve.
Man, great cover, huh? Just a bang play. How did she do that?
It sounds strange to say it, but what comes to mind watching HVA is they are accustomed to playing small. In other words, that play right there, that middle went up knowing she was going to have to cover herself.
I mean, how do you train that?
Exactly. It sounds strange, but so often you see smaller players that don't have that level of IQ.
Right. Well, I look at LAVBC. I think I speak for both of us. We did a great job training that scenarios. Redirect, like you said, we had a conversation on being first, being second, and I think when you train it and they do it in the game, there's this eye communication. Like, hey, we worked on that, and I'm pretty sure Hemolele worked on that. Here's the outside set back to Alaya.
You know, a lot of recreational play will do that.
Yeah.
Not so much trained practice reps, but you know, there was a study done that said that kids learn 60% faster in play, and not organized play, but play. And that's one of the things that you see here in Hawaii is kids go out and play volleyball with their family.
Absolutely.
And those little plays, that kind of IQ shows up.
Yeah. There is also power in passing with your family members. Sorry, is it 6'8"? So I wanted to get back to the action, but that was a very,
Nice
very
there.
valid point. And there's a net violation.
Ali, nice swing there. Haven't seen much out of her.
All right. Net violation by number 2.
These arm swings for HNL might be waking up a little bit.
They're going to need it. They're trailing by 3 in the set, 0-1 in the match as Taj Davison's serve. Davison expects her to go to, yep, there it is. Her serves are usually hard 1 or between 5 and 6. I've been watching her the entire tournament. She's 2 strong dimensions, highly confident serves. Davison back to serve again. The lead is now 4.
I'd like to see HNL try to get it to Ali again.
This one goes to 5, and that's an okay pass, or as good as it's going to get. There's a down ball situation. Taj takes it first. Going outside, Carolyn.
Lefty.
Doug. And there's number 12, Kahayu Soros. Much needed side out to stop the bleeding, at least for the moment, for Hemolele.
Good for them to get HNL out of that rotation.
Pateza to serve. There's Lee. Perfect pass.
Good pass.
What a good pass. And wow, dipped into the wrist away well too deep, coach.
Yeah, good pass, good set. Just couldn't find the finish. Jammed herself a little bit on that one.
Yeah, and that's what they need. They need to get a tough serve, get a dig, a couple of touch blocks, make this game maybe 9-10 or 10-11, and then work from there. Wow, great left shoulder serve, but handled okay by Aaron.
There.
Contention was it was never over, but of course, Deanna with the best seat in the house. If she sees it, she'll let it play.
Short toss by Sopoaga is kind of ending up in this little tweener serve. Has a lot of top spin on it.
Oh, Mahaulu. Okay. You know, they need to show some apostrophes on these rosters, and I can get more glottal with it, people. I thank you so much. Mahaulu. You would know, right?
Is that mom?
It might be mom. I mean, someone with a little bit of experience in the last name is now the game is tied and a little bit of a momentum shift.
Listen, brother.
A taser to serve, and that's an ace.
As long as you don't walk out of this convention center and some locals have shown up to get you, you're all right.
That's true.
What happens?
That one's coming in. Oh man, the good part about me is I have love for all. They don't even want to. They look at me and they're like, "Oh, come on, that's Jason. Get out of here." Yeah. I'm gonna cry when I leave this place, Jason. It's 11-10. Sorry. We got Michaela cross court. Oh, sorry, line on that. Carolyn
Davidson with a big dig right there. Excuse me, big dig. Really, She's really having a great game defensively and in the setting position.
So I will only say this, Mama Mahaulu. If Carolyn if she's going to keep hitting with her left all day, we're out of here, okay? 12-10. She's screaming, she's lefty.
Good.
There's the outside set. Wow, pretty good swing. I almost thought that was D-zone from where she took it. Out of the middle, perfect pass. Going outside. That is Ekakila. Gets dug. Who's going to blink? Going outside again, and no. Oh, man.
What caught my eye in that play, I really like the way Sopoaga is moving in the backcourt. moving away from the ball, covering very well. Nice positioning in the defense.
Her re-dig is really, really, really good too. Michaela Chung to serve. Little substitute out in the middle.
Nice
There's the
dig.
touch on that. Wow, almost a kind of a go ball, except a little bit higher.
Nice
And free ball
form by
situation.
Lee.
On the attack, looking to tie the game. Back outside. That was Schilling.
Schilling got up on that one.
And there was a touch off that block. I thought that ball went out, but maybe perhaps a player touched it on the way out. Number 50 back in the game, the emotional catalyst.
I'd like to see
Logan
him go
Guerra.
to Schilling again. Nice pass.
And yes, she does.
Yes, she
Oh
does.
my goodness! And rewards us with a ball.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to feed that hand right now. She is hot. She's getting up big.
You know,
Nice, quick swing.
You know, coach is a former setter. The way I was coached, if your hitter gets blocked, you always go back to him. This way, you're not worried about set adjustments. You just get right. You get that hit, and you move on with life.
Well, it's a good way to rebuild the confidence.
Wow. Elevator up on that one by Emma. That's a JO type of penthouse.
13-13.
13 apiece, back to position 5. And, ooh, the Shankalopoulos is not extinct, coach.
Yeah,
it is alive.
Serve receive has been holding HVA back a little bit this match.
And HNL, Hawaii Next Level, loves to get the ball right away. They want to play it extremely fast-paced. You notice as soon as that whistle's blown, she's gone.
Well coached.
Yep, and there's an ace. And in a period of 41 seconds, 3 unanswered points. And that's when you need to untie your shoe, maybe just call a timeout. Don't play their way.
Yeah, you know, the kids got to learn that you don't have to run and get that volleyball right away.
Yes, and on serve receive, you don't have to line up and on serve receive and accommodate them right away. I think that's what you just said, but sorry about that. Outside set, and what a whip. Man, that is Max Schilling. Now, there's the complete first name, and Jason, good luck with that. But I did say it correctly. I when you study Limerick, we're both actors. We both studied Limerick transcription. So,
no, I did not.
Oh no, you didn't. Get out of here. Give me your hand, coach.
Limerick
You get a slap on the wrist.
Oh,
Paintbrush. Outside set back to Schilling. This time she gets dug. Going to the middle. Wow, pretty good swing for the down ball. Presents that back to the free ball. Now for the payoff. Looking for 14. Oh, never over. Stutter step on that approach. You break that down for me. What?
Yeah,
it's almost
Boyd,
like it's just a two-step.
I think scared her into that one. I think she wanted to hit angle until Amarala Boyd got up, and she didn't want to hit angle anymore.
You're like, what happened to my sunlight?
Wow.
there's a solar eclipse happening.
Visualization division gone wrong.
A cross court swing. Sorry for the people listening. No more inside jokes.
Great swing by Schilling there.
Come have dinner with us. You guys will have a great time with Coach Oliver and I.
Really keep feeding Schilling. She's really woken up here.
Yeah, so great conversation about good setting, about good touches, and about set deception versus delivery, right? It's nice if you deceive the block, but you still have to deliver a set that presents yourself to the hitter where they get their court vision.
Yeah, and, you know, one thing that's been interesting, at least on the couple matches that I've been on center court with you for, both been these kind of stylistic matchups. And it's interesting the way the teams are arriving to center court. We're seeing really, you know, defensive, smaller ball control teams. That's how they've got to the court, matching up against bigger, longer arm swings, high jumping teams. You know, more offensive payload, if you will, being delivered, and they're just fun matchups to watch. I always tend to root for the underdog and the ball control teams.
Yeah, no doubt. Same. Wow, that's. I guess that's why nobody liked me when I played. Talk so much smack, they expect me to win. And that, I believe that's 19-13. I got to double check the scoreboard. No one flipped, but maybe they flipped early. So our scoreboard on the score cam, we're going to go with the table on this one. There's a back set.
Nice
they need a much needed kill, and
yeah, I could have taken that one angle probably. I think block is giving HVA some problems, second guessing themselves.
Right, and too much into the well on the wrist away and the turn at the same time. Right?
And that's the thing. That's what some people don't see about a good block is it changes your decisions. And oftentimes a good block will score points without touching the ball.
Back to Schilling, and right now they're turning on all cylinders, and for now a little bit of a cough in the engine on that one. Gets the ball back for Hemolele. But you're right. Davison, her deception and delivery, right? She's Schilling. Those are very, very good sets. And Schilling's a good hitter. But by the way,
nice quality on
the ball. Her counterpart as well is a good setter. Emma. I'll get her name in a minute. There's a back set, and that ball's outside the pin.
At U15, you're liking what you're seeing.
100%. And again, just kudos to the great coaching. I mean, some of the things we're seeing, some of them learn on their own, but some of the technique, they for sure didn't learn that on their own. Back setting, and wow, right, beats the I formation in 3 ways. The block, first line of dig and second line of dig, and pulling within securing this match 4 points away are the heavy favorites. Hawaii next level.
Got a next level out in Vegas.
Yep.
Directors out of Hawaii.
Kainoa Mitchell, right now the head coach.
Good swing.
He's kind of got that director look. Sorry. Wow, what a stuff, huh?
Big block there, big swing.
Super necessary for this closing window for Hemolele. Now, we've seen some comebacks in these given circumstances numerically, but if it's going to happen, it's got to happen now, this point and the next. Again, get a touch block, get a dig, mix it up, and for sure don't serve lollipops. Outside set back to Gaud.
Good set, nice swing.
Now, there's someone that doesn't see a big block, a little block. She never saw a set she didn't like. Gaud likes to swing, coach.
Nice set there, beautiful set.
Back to position 1, and good. Wow. Oh, and speaking of beating the I formation.
Again.
That's what I was saying. Get a touch block.
A smart player.
Yep.
Smart player.
And that's what I was saying before. Get a touch block, get a dig, mix it up, make this 19-21, and then from there, another good position 1 serve. And now they got their down ball situation. They got to go to Gaud on this one. Absolutely. And there's the tip. Teardrop right into the defense. Going back outside the Schilling. Oh,
big
man.
Swing, a big moment.
Captain clutch. And Hemolele generated a little bit of momentum and just cut at the edge. Once again, thank you for the Makamai. Makamai.
They really
Schilling.
like you.
Yeah. Hey, that's why I like to do a mixture of a podcast and a broadcast. So the podcast is interactive, and then more people jump in because they have something to say. And this is our volleyball faithful, right? They deserve to be heard, and we don't do this without them, and without them, there's no us. So, some people preach growing the game, and some people practice it, Jess.
That's right.
Oh, there's an ace.
You ever need to warm up in Central Park sand courts? He's your guy.
Yes. That's honestly, when I didn't feel like playing, I would just set everybody, huh?
She went and played Central Park for the first time. Kalyani went and played Central Park for the first time.
Yeah.
About 3 months ago.
I told them you were coming.
Yeah.
I went on the Central Park group site and I put Kalyani's picture. And I put her picture. I said, "You see this beautiful young lady? She's 16, and her eyes are gonna get big when she sees the court, and just make her feel welcome." And
It's a
And
little
everybody's
different
like,
being
who is that? And I was like,
playing
Jason's
surrounded
daughter.
by,
Like, Jason has a
trees.
daughter.
Yeah.
21-22. By the way, there's a match happening, and just when we looked, the cutscene in the form of a service error happens.
Yeah, 20 to 22 might as well be a station break. Let's face it.
But you got it. Those are serves that got to go in. You got
Yeah.
momentum. You got the wind at your back. You can't cut off inches in your game.
Especially a team with the attacking capability of HNL.
Yeah.
They need no favors.
No, Coach, there are some teams that do have the luxury of missing. And on this court, that's HNL. That's not Hemolele.
Yes.
Match point opportunity number 1. And who else behind the service line than Emma? Emma's expected to go 5-5. No, she goes 1. And, of course, Deanna's going to let that double hit go. It's match point.
Great set.
Nice. And that
Is
ball's
a
out of
touch off
bounds.
the top? No touch. I thought I saw a touch. I think we got a touch call on the corner.
And the down ref called it.
Yeah. There she goes.
And that's it. And that's game.
Yeah,
and that's the right call.
I saw a touch there as well. It's a
right.
good call.
Yep. We have 2 American Idol judges in the form of the line judge and the down ref.
Yeah.
Deanna, of course.
I like Deanna trusting the young line judges called it. Some refs would not do that at that moment in the game, and she didn't see it herself, but trusting the young line judge who did have the right call there.
And winners 2-0. Next Level remains undefeated as they just keep cruising towards a possible championship match. One step closer for Hawaii Next Level 15's. Yeah.
JD, it's such a pleasure being with you here. And
I don't know if you noticed.
Thank you for allowing me to. I love it. I love it. John Lebrecki Beach Bums hat. So these are all made out of volleyballs, old recycled volleyballs. It's fantastic. We love Beach Bums. They flew out from Manhattan Beach to be with us here this week. Just great people, really fun volleyball product.
Someone asked me if I was ever going to lose a Yankee hat, and I said, when people start treating me like I'm one of theirs, of course I will. I'll take off the hat. And the aloha spirit from the moment I got off the plane till I entered this gym has been nothing but welcoming, nothing but hospitable, nothing but big smiles, and of course talking shop about the sport we love.
Yeah,
I'm going to cry I'm going to tears when I leave here.
We've gotten a lot of comments, and people say, well, gosh, it's such a great service mentality, because so much of what, of course, our group is engaged in between the hotels and the planes and the restaurants, it's all service. And, I try to explain, guys, it's not service mentality. That's aloha. It's a lot deeper than.
You know what I called them? I called them
service,
Brooklyn people with manners.
Oh boy!
Because the Brooklyn way is if I don't have a shirt and you're cold, or if you don't have a shirt and you're cold, I take off mine and give it to you. Too dumb to be aware that I'm going to be cold, but my impulse was I saw someone that was cold, right? And that's the Brooklyn way. That's the Flatbush Avenue way. Except the way we talk is a little bit different. It's like, good morning, how you doing? What's it to you how I'm doing, right? Because we don't think they mean it when you say good morning. What's it to you how I'm doing? So, but Limerick transcription. The reference was from a book called Speak with Distinction.
Okay.
And in acting, it's required reading for like your entire second year for voice and speech and practicum. So, but hey, we got another match coming up. We're signing up, but stay with us. 10 minutes from now, 10 to 15 minutes from now, NY Varsity Sports is back. Hopefully, Jason Olive will hang with us a little bit. I certainly will see you again before this day's over, right? As some of these matches are.
Definitely.
I'm punting the analytical to the All-American. Are you kidding? This has been fun. Anything you want to say before we leave?
No, just thank you so much for being here and flying out and doing this for us. You're just one of the best and the most fun in the business doing what you're doing. There's not a lot of people on this planet who can run this by themselves like you do. I mean, to be the tech, the color, and the analysts. We just thank you so much for being here. And,
hey, that's just winning, right?
Yeah.
There's so many of them, and there's only one of you. Why are you winning? because we love the sport, right?
And that's really the point of emphasis for the team that has built Island Fest is everyone here just has a really true passion for the game and a true passion for the development of the game and the young players.
Lastly, guys, keep commenting as we go on. We read all of your comments and the dialogue while we're whatever podcasting and commentary is one of my jams. It looks easy to do, but not everybody can do it. But because the reason why I'm able to do it is because you guys are. It's a two-way street, and I appreciate it. Okay, we're back in 10 minutes for Jason Olive. I'm Jason DeBiz. This is the Hawaii Festival at the Hawaiian Convention Center in Honolulu, Hawaii. It is boss. See you in a bit.
Aloha.
Aloha. Yes.